Hold on tight, because what we're about to uncover isn't just another celebrity rumor. It's a story that could shake Hollywood, the sports world, and even the Trump political dynasty. Tiger Woods, the king of golf, and Vanessa Trump, the glamorous socialite once married to Donald Trump Jr., have reportedly been hiding a secret relationship that could change everything. From private Florida meetings to whispered sightings at elite golf tournaments, this shocking romance has the power to ignite scandals across every headline. Stay tuned till the end, you won't believe how deep this story goes. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more explosive celebrity stories that the media doesn't want you to miss. The world of fame and power just collided again, and this time the shockwaves are reaching every corner of Hollywood, sports, and politics. What started as quiet whispers behind closed doors has now turned into one of the most talked about stories of the year. A story that mixes glamour, power, and a touch of danger. A story that could bring down an empire. Rumors are spreading fast about two names that no one ever thought would share the same headline. One is the greatest golfer of all time, a man whose rise and fall played out in front of the whole world. The other is a woman who once walked among America's most powerful political families. Both have lived under the glare of cameras, both have survived public scandals, and now they may be hiding something that no one saw coming. Imagine this. The quiet greens of a Florida golf course. Flashing cameras in the distance. Whispers among club members about secret meetings and familiar faces. It sounds like a movie, but insiders say it is real. Two high-profile figures, both rebuilding their lives, finding comfort in each other's company. The tension is already rising because this is no ordinary romance. This is the kind of connection that could change reputations, shake family empires, and create headlines for years to come. Their worlds should have never crossed, but fate seems to have written a different plan. Today we are going inside this secret story, following every clue and every whisper about the shocking new couple that has everyone talking. Get ready for details that could turn the world of sports and politics upside down. Stay tuned until the end, because what we are about to uncover about Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump will leave you stunned. Tiger Woods has been a household name for decades. From a young age, he was seen as a prodigy who would change golf forever. He did not just play the game. He redefined it. His talent, focus, and determination made him a global superstar. He became the face of modern golf, breaking records and barriers that once seemed impossible. For years he was untouchable, admired by millions around the world. But fame has its price. In 2009, Tiger's world came crashing down when details of his personal life hit the headlines. The cheating scandal that followed was one of the most public downfalls in sports history. His image was shattered, his marriage ended, and his sponsors turned away. For years, the media followed his every move, questioning if he could ever return to the top. Yet through pain, surgery, and silence, Tiger managed to rebuild himself piece by piece. His comeback to professional golf was more than a win on the course. It was proof of survival. On the other side of fame stands Vanessa Trump. Born Vanessa Hayden, she was known as a model and socialite long before she became part of one of the most powerful families in America. Her marriage to Donald Trump Jr. in 2005 placed her right at the center of wealth, influence, and political power. Her life became a mix of high society events, media attention, and family appearances that shaped the image of the Trump dynasty. Behind the glamorous photos and elegant lifestyle, Vanessa was raising 5 children and managing life under constant public pressure. When her marriage ended in 2018, she quietly stepped back from the political spotlight. Yet her name remained tied to the Trump family legacy. Every move she made was watched and judged, especially in the years that followed her divorce. Two people, both scarred by fame, both familiar with the sting of public scrutiny, and both trying to find normalcy in a world that rarely allows privacy. On the surface, they have nothing in common. A golf legend and a political socialite. Two worlds that should never have crossed paths. But fate, it seems, had other plans. Before we reveal how these two powerful lives collided, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next part of this story will leave you stunned. Florida has always been a world of its own. Sunshine, wealth, and quiet luxury mixed together in places like Jupiter Island and Palm Beach. Behind the palm trees and gated mansions, the elite live side by side, sometimes crossing paths in ways no one expects. This is where Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump's story begins. Tiger's home sits in Jupiter Island, one of the most private and exclusive communities in America. After years of rebuilding his life and career, he settled there for peace and focus. His mansion overlooks the ocean, and his days revolve around training, parenting, and staying away from public noise. Not far from there, the Trump family has deep roots across Florida. From Mar-a-Lago to their Palm Beach properties, their presence is impossible to miss. It is a world filled with influence, attention, and constant movement. What ties them even closer is something few would have imagined. Both Tiger and Vanessa have children attending the Benjamin School in Palm Beach, a prestigious private school known for its elite families. It is a place where the powerful gather quietly, where parents attend events without paparazzi, and where connections often begin with a simple hello. It is said that their first encounters were ordinary. School events, charity gatherings, and the occasional sports fundraiser brought them into the same space. Tiger, known for keeping a low profile, would often stay to himself, focusing on his kids. Vanessa, equally private since her divorce, attended quietly, rarely drawing attention. Yet, sources claim that they noticed each other more than once. At first, it might have been just polite smiles, a quick exchange of words, or a shared moment during a school function. But something seemed to change over time. The conversations became longer. The glances more familiar. Both were known for being careful, yet there was an unspoken warmth between them that others began to sense. Was it fate, coincidence, or something far deeper? Two people who had lived through public heartbreak, suddenly finding comfort in someone who understood that same pain. For Tiger, it was a chance to connect with someone outside the chaos of sports and fame. For Vanessa, it was someone who knew what it felt like to be judged, misunderstood, and constantly watched. The Florida sun hides many secrets. Behind the calm waves and golf greens, whispers began to spread. Their friendship, some say, turned into something much more personal. A quiet bond that grew stronger away from cameras, and one that neither of them seemed ready to explain. The question was not just how they met, but how far their connection had already gone. What started as friendly encounters soon turned into something much more private. Behind closed doors, Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump reportedly grew closer in ways few people could have imagined. Their connection seemed natural, built on quiet understanding rather than fame or attention. Those who knew them said it was never loud or dramatic. It was subtle, private, and almost invisible to the outside world. Sources close to both say the relationship developed slowly. It began with shared conversations about family and life, then moved to private dinners in quiet parts of Palm Beach. Sometimes they were seen at small restaurants, always arriving separately and leaving minutes apart. It was clear they were being careful. Neither wanted headlines, and both knew how fast rumors could spread. Golf also played a part in their growing closeness. Vanessa had often attended charity tournaments, and Tiger, being the legend he is, offered to give her a few casual lessons. What might have seemed innocent to outsiders became a regular thing. Private golf sessions on quiet afternoons, away from photographers and fans, gave them space to talk, laugh, and simply be themselves. Every move was strategic. Every glance a risk. They avoided public displays, never posted photos together, and stayed far from each other at public events. Even when they attended the same charity galas or school gatherings, they kept their distance. To the world, they were just two parents supporting their kids. Behind the scenes, though, there was something deeper. Insiders whispered about sightings at exclusive clubs and late-night meetings in Jupiter Island. A staff member reportedly saw Vanessa's car parked near Tiger's property more than once. Some even claimed that the two took small weekend trips under the radar, using private routes and trusted friends to avoid being seen together. It was a romance built on trust and secrecy, not public display. Both had been burned by the spotlight before, so they kept this one safe from it. For Tiger, it was peace after years of chaos. For Vanessa, it was comfort away from the political glare. Yet, in a world where every movement is tracked, nothing stays hidden forever. Their quiet connection was about to face the one thing neither of them wanted again: attention. When the whispers about Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump began to surface, people could not help but remember their pasts. Both had lived through public scandals before, and both had paid the price for fame. For Tiger, it was the story the world never forgot. The 2009 cheating scandal that destroyed his image, ended his marriage, and nearly ended his career. Overnight, the man once celebrated as the greatest golfer alive became a symbol of broken trust and fallen glory. Years later, Tiger fought his way back. He rebuilt his body after injuries and his spirit after humiliation. His 2019 Masters victory was seen as redemption, a comeback that silenced critics and showed that he could rise again. Fans cheered his return not only as an athlete but as a man who learned from his mistakes. So when the rumors of another secret relationship appeared, people began to ask if he was risking everything all over again. Vanessa Trump's past was also filled with attention she never asked for. Her marriage to Donald Trump Jr. placed her in the middle of one of the most talked about families in the world. Her life became tied to politics, power, and the constant glare of cameras. When their marriage ended in 2018, the divorce made headlines across every major network. People called it a quiet split, but those close to her said it was painful and exhausting. She had been through the public microscope before, and she had no interest in going back there. Now, with Tiger in the picture, that privacy she worked so hard to protect began to slip away again. Reporters started digging, tabloids hinted at connections, and social media fueled the story. For both of them, this was more than a rumor. It was the return of everything they had tried to leave behind. And then came the question of the empire. For the Trump family, Vanessa's involvement with Tiger could be seen as a distraction, even a scandal that could touch the family's public image. For Tiger, who had spent years rebuilding his reputation and re-establishing his sponsorships, another headline like this could cost him millions. It was no longer just a private romance. It was a potential collision between two worlds of fame, money, and influence. A story that could shake both their carefully rebuilt lives and remind the world that in the battle between love and legacy, nothing stays hidden for long. Once the whispers started, it did not take long for the media to catch the scent. In the world of tabloids, a story like Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump was gold. Two famous names, both with complicated pasts, now tied together in a secret Florida romance. That was enough to make headlines fly overnight. At first, it was small mentions in gossip columns. Mysterious meetings in Palm Beach, one outlet teased. Then came the photos. Grainy, distant shots showing what looked like Vanessa's car near Tiger's gated community. Another magazine claimed, Tiger spotted with mystery blonde at private dinner. It did not take long before the word Vanessa appeared in the next issue. Reporters started connecting dots that might have meant nothing, but they made them sound like everything. Both were seen at the same charity gala in Miami. Both attended a school sports event just days apart. One headline read, Trump and Tiger, more than just Florida neighbors? Another screamed, the affair that could shake two empires. Paparazzi began camping near Jupiter Island, hoping to catch a single frame of them together. Cameras followed Vanessa's car from her Palm Beach neighborhood, while others tried to track Tiger's movements near the golf course. Security teams grew tighter, and both families started avoiding public appearances altogether. Still, the frenzy only grew. Social media poured fuel on the fire. Fans posted theories, timelines, and side-by-side photos, asking if the two were really connected. Some claimed it was love. Others said it was just another rumor. But the more both of them stayed silent, the more people wanted answers. TV talk shows ran segments titled Tiger's New Flame and Vanessa's Secret Life After Trump. Every photo, every glance, every small detail became proof in the public eye. It was chaos. The quiet story that began in Florida had now exploded into a full-blown media storm. In the middle of it all, Tiger and Vanessa stayed quiet. No confirmations. No denials. Just silence, while the world around them kept guessing what was really going on behind those closed doors. When two powerful worlds meet, the impact goes far beyond romance. The connection between Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump is not just about attraction or companionship. It is about power, legacy, and the weight of two names that have shaped very different parts of American culture. One belongs to a sports icon who changed the face of golf. The other comes from a family that has influenced politics, business, and media for decades. Together, their story holds the kind of force that can shift attention, opinion, and even opportunity. If this relationship is real, it brings two empires under one spotlight. On one side stands Tiger, the comeback king of golf. His discipline, fame, and wealth have made him one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. On the other side stands Vanessa, once part of a political dynasty, now carving her own path away from the Trump name. Their connection merges the quiet power of sports influence with the louder, more controversial power of political legacy. It is a mix that could change how both are seen forever. Some insiders have called it a love story born in the shadows of empire. That phrase captures everything this rumored relationship represents. Behind the luxury and secrecy is something bigger, an alliance of two worlds that rarely overlap. For Tiger, being linked to the Trump circle could mean political attention he never wanted. For Vanessa, being connected to Tiger could bring new fame and scrutiny she thought she had left behind. This is not just about two people finding each other. It is about what happens when history, power, and temptation collide. It shows how even the most private choices can become public battles when fame is involved. Whether this story ends in truth or just speculation, one thing is clear. It has already captured the imagination of millions. Because this is not just romance. It is potential history in the making, and the world is watching to see how far it will go. As the media storm grew louder, whispers from inside their circles began to surface. Sources close to the couple started speaking to the press, each with a different version of the truth. Some claimed Tiger and Vanessa were just friends who understood each other's struggles. Others hinted there was more, saying their connection went beyond friendship and into something deeper. One insider reportedly said, "They spend more time together than people realize. It is not about fame for them. It is about peace." Another source close to Vanessa insisted that the rumors were unfair, saying, "She has been through enough. People should stop creating stories that are not there." The mixed stories only made things more confusing. Friends from both sides expressed concern about the timing. Tiger was rebuilding his image again after years of controversy, and Vanessa had finally found calm after her divorce. A close friend of Tiger's said, "He knows what the media can do. He does not want to relive that chaos." Meanwhile, someone familiar with the Trump family mentioned that the headlines were making people uneasy, especially given how protective they are of their public image. Then came the contradictions. One magazine published a statement claiming Tiger's team completely denied any romantic involvement. Another followed the next day, quoting a different source saying, "They are keeping it private for now, but it is real." Each denial seemed to spark new speculation. Each confirmation added more fire. The uncertainty kept the story alive. Was it a secret love or just another media fantasy? No one seemed to know for sure. What was clear, though, was that something was happening behind the silence. The truth, for now, remained locked away, known only to the two people at the center of it all. As the days passed, the pressure around Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump only grew heavier. The quiet moments they once shared were now surrounded by flashing cameras and constant questions. Paparazzi followed their every move in Florida, while political reporters began digging into Vanessa's past, hoping to connect the dots between golf and the Trump dynasty. Privacy was disappearing fast, and every silence only made the story bigger. Both of them had been here before, caught in the chaos of fame and judgment. But this time felt different. For Tiger, the question was simple yet dangerous. Would he risk everything again? After years of rebuilding his image, could he survive another scandal if the truth came out? For Vanessa, the challenge was just as real. Could she ever escape the shadow of the Trump name, or would this new chapter only pull her deeper into the spotlight she had tried to leave behind? The tension built as the media hinted at an upcoming charity event in Palm Beach, one that both were expected to attend. Rumors spread that this could be the moment the world finally saw them together. Journalists circled the date, photographers prepared, and fans waited to see if the whispers would finally become real. Behind the scenes, insiders claimed that the couple was torn between keeping their bond hidden or stepping forward and facing the noise together. Every decision carried weight. One move could protect everything they had built. Another could destroy it all. The story had reached its breaking point. Fame, power, and love were colliding once again. The world was watching closely, waiting to see what these two secret lovers would do next, and whether their connection could survive the storm closing in around them. What started as whispers has now become a full-blown media earthquake. What began as quiet rumors behind closed doors has turned into one of the most talked-about stories in both sports and political circles. The connection between Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump is no longer just a piece of gossip. It is a story that could reshape how we view fame, loyalty, and power in America. For months, small clues slipped through the cracks. A shared flight, a private dinner, a few hushed exchanges in places where cameras were not supposed to reach. Now, as reporters dig deeper and the headlines grow louder, the once private world of two powerful figures is collapsing under the spotlight. It feels like the calm before the next storm, the moment when everyone holds their breath, waiting for the next big revelation. Because this is not just about a rumored affair. It is about influence, image, and control. If this story continues to unfold, it could mark the beginning of a new power shift in American celebrity culture. The athlete once seen as untouchable, and the woman tied to one of the most controversial political families, now find their worlds colliding in ways neither could have predicted. So what do you think? Is this a genuine love story between two people caught in the chaos of fame? Or is it a calculated move that could shake the foundations of power? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more explosive stories that reveal the secrets behind fame, fortune, and scandal. Because in this world, nothing stays hidden for long.